Hey y'all, and welcome back to another episode of I'll Be the Judge of That. Today I'll be talking about a black-owned food truck in Houston, Texas, OMG Baked Potato. So of course your girl went and got the Hallelujah baked potato, and it came with shrimp, chicken, bell peppers, onions, and it's topped with a crab cake covered in the cream sauce and mozzarella cheese. Now that just sounds like a recipe for deliciousness. Now let's see what it's tasting like. Alright y'all, so let me give y'all the scoop. The presentation had lots of color, lots of sauce, lots of cheese. It was steaming hot. A+ on that part. It looked interesting, so it made me want to eat it. It did its job. 10 out of 10. Now the initial taste and smell, when I first opened the box, when I first got the bag, you could really smell the bell peppers, the cheese, and the garlic. It smelled very sweet, very savory from the peppers, and honestly I was really excited because it smelled delicious. Now in that first bite, it was very mild flavor, not too much flavor popping out, so it kind of made me want to eat a bit more to see what else was going on. Now as I kept eating, it kind of reminded me of dressing, like a seafood dressing kind of. Everything was seasoned well individually, like the meats such as the chicken, the shrimp, and the crab cake, but that crab cake flavor is very prominent. If you love crab cake, this is great for you. If not, not so much. So initial taste and smell, I definitely give it a 7 out of 10. Now the texture. The bell peppers were cooked absolutely perfectly. Very sweet, very tender. The skin stayed intact with the flesh. Perfect. Now that crab cake, it was left on the grill too long. The bottom was really crispy, a bit charred, and I was not feeling that. I like soft potatoes, but this potato got a little too soft, and after a while it just kind of felt like I was eating lumpy mashed potatoes, and it was not good. Now the sauce that they poured on top, it had the consistency of like a thicker evaporated milk, but it thinned out after a while, and I think that kind of contributed to the watery mashed potatoes that I was getting at that point. But the chicken and shrimp were absolutely amazing, perfectly cooked, very tender. However, I disliked that half the shrimp was tail on and half the shrimp was tail off. I think it really disrupted the eating experience, and for that, all of that, I have to give texture a 6 out of 10. Overall flavor, it was very difficult to determine a cohesive flavor for this potato. The sauce is supposed to tie the dish together. However, I feel like that sauce kind of muted the individual flavors of each component of that potato, and I was very disappointed by that because it just got boring and bland to eat after a while, and I didn't want it anymore. So I would have to give that a 5 out of 10. Flavors were unbalanced and they didn't blend well, so it just did not tie the dish together. Now the customer service was absolutely amazing. They use a pager system to let customers know when their order is ready, so people don't have to stand around the truck or in their cars wondering, is my food ready? I don't know, because you have a pager. Now the one thing I really loved was that Cameron, the guy who was working the window, was really good about answering questions about menu items and helping customers find what food item would suit their taste buds. And honestly, a lot of customer service people don't do that, and he went above and beyond with that, so that was definitely a 10 out of 10. Overall, give this restaurant a 6.5 out of 10. I would try something else, would not get that same potato. Definitely recommend you try them out. You might find something you like. Well, thanks for watching. Bye y'all.